Shaquille O'Neal is the most dominant player to ever play in the NBA, and it comes as no surprise. In his prime, he weighed as much as 395 pounds while standing at 7'1". He wasn't just big, he was a monster who could run faster than any big man and jump like Superman. Even backboards weren't excused in his power. He and Kobe Bryant as a tandem are considered to be the best duo of all time. This is the story of the most dominant player ever. It all started on March 6, 1972, when the man of many names, Shaquille Rashawn O'Neal, was born in Newark, New Jersey. Shaquille's early life was quite a ride. Born in Newark to Lucille O'Neal and Joe Tony, he faced many challenges at a young age as Joe battled drug addiction, eventually leading him to voluntarily cease his parental rights to Shaquille's Jamaican stepfather, Army Sergeant Philip Arthur Harrison. Shaquille's young life found its anchor and purpose at the Boys and Girls Clubs of America in Newark, providing a safe haven for him to play and steer clear of the neighborhood's pitfalls. Though he didn't start on a team right away, he frequented the club, perfecting his shots on the court. The family's military background prompted them to journey between bases in Germany and Texas. I became a 7-foot shooter at 14. Sophomore year in high school. Crazy. Still didn't make the team. Had size 18 shoes. Had Monday, Wednesday, and Friday jeans. Had different shirts. Got bullied a lot. Then I had to get tough, and I turned into a bully, and I started playing basketball, O'Neal said. Their family was then transferred to San Antonio, Texas. By the time he turned 16, Shaquille had already towered at 6'10", and he started his basketball adventure at Robert G. Cole High School. During his stint there, he played a prominent role in the team's flawless 68-1 record over 2 years. During his senior year, O'Neal put up big numbers with 31 points, 22 rebounds, and 6 assists a game. He played a crucial role in leading Cole to an undefeated 36-0 season. Additionally, he was blocking about 9 shots per game as the season progressed. He was also instrumental in securing a state championship during his senior year. His tally of 791 rebounds during the 1989 season still holds as the state record. No one has come close to it. During his time at LSU, Shaquille O'Neal left a lasting impression that's often described as legendary. It all began with a chance encounter between him and Tigers coach Dale Brown, which happened thanks to his stepdad's military service in Europe. Over 3 seasons, O'Neal's presence on the court was simply remarkable. His sophomore year, in specific, was outstanding, averaging 27.6 points, 14.7 rebounds, and 5 blocks per game. His dominance in the paint made him nearly unstoppable, earning him recognition as a 2-time All-American and other prestigious awards like the Adolph Rupp Trophy and the Naismith College Player of the Year. Under O'Neal's leadership, LSU enjoyed a strong record of 64-29 over 3 years and made consistent appearances in the NCAA tournament. When it came to the NCAA tournament, O'Neal consistently delivered dominant performances. He achieved double digits in all 5 tournament games, and his last college game against Indiana was an absolute highlight. With a phenomenal 36-point, 12 rebound, and 5 block performance, his contributions helped LSU secure tournament berths with seedings ranging from number 5 to number 7, and they even reached the number 2 ranking in the AP poll during his freshman year. O'Neal's college journey was marked by other accolades, including being named a consensus first-team All-SEC player in 1990 and SEC Player of the Year in 91, among others. He was, for his standards, relatively skinny and still growing. Not necessarily height-wise, but size-wise, definitely, his teammate Garrett Hamming said. His draft report even said, "This guy is straight up big. He's a monster in the middle and a bully. He's virtually automatic from within 10 feet, and his hook shot's a work of art." With such a huge build and towering presence, his entrance to the league was highly anticipated. Shaq's arrival in Orlando meant a new era of hope for the Magic franchise. He became their overall top pick in the 1992 NBA draft. Before making his way to Orlando, he improved his skills under the mentorship of none other than Hall of Famer Magic Johnson. O'Neal's impact was felt in an instant, securing him the title of NBA Rookie of the Year in 1993. His first rookie season saw him average 23.4 points, shooting a high 56.2%, while also grabbing 13.9 rebounds and 3.5 blocks per game. He made history by becoming the first rookie since Michael Jordan in 1985 to be voted as an All-Star starter. Although the Magic improved significantly, finishing the season with a 41-41 record, they narrowly missed the playoffs due to a tiebreaker with the Indiana Pacers. The following year brought more promise to Orlando as they secured the first overall pick for the second year running. In the 93-94 season, O'Neal continued to dazzle as he elevated his scoring average to 29.4 points per game and led the NBA in field goal percentage at a jaw-dropping 60%. His excellence earned him a spot in the All-Star game and a place on the All-NBA third team. Teaming up with the newly drafted Penny Hardaway, the Magic made their playoffs for the first time in franchise history, finishing the season with a 50-32 record. However, their debut playoff series proved to be a great challenge as they were swept by the Pacers. In his third season, O'Neal continued to assert his dominance, leading the NBA in scoring with 29.3 points per game average. This season marked his third consecutive All-Star game appearance, now alongside Hardaway. The Magic concluded the season with a 57-25 record and claimed the Atlantic Division crown. Their playoff journey saw them get their first-ever playoff series win against the Boston Celtics and a victory over the Chicago Bulls in the conference semifinals. Their run led them to the NBA Finals, where they faced the defending champion Houston Rockets. Despite O'Neal's impressive performance during his first finals appearance, the Rockets swept the series in 4 games. In a battle of giants, Shaq averaged 28 points on 59.5% shooting, 12.5 rebounds, and 6.3 assists. In the following year, O'Neal missed 28 games due to injury, but his scoring wasn't affected as he still averaged 26.6 points and secured 11 rebounds a game. His stellar performance earned him a spot as the All-NBA third team and marked his 4th appearance in the All-Star game. The Magic concluded the regular season with a 60-22 record, enough to land them in the 2nd position in the Eastern Conference. This was the year when the Chicago Bulls went 73-9. They went on to advance to the conference finals before losing to Jordan and the Bulls. In the summer of 1996, Shaquille O'Neal had a winning moment as part of the U.S. Olympic basketball team when they clinched the gold medal. On the very first day of the event, the media erupted with news of O'Neal's groundbreaking transition to the Los Angeles Lakers. It was a 7-year, $121 million contract, which marked a vital commitment to this new phase in his career, a phase he would forever be known for. O'Neal's first season with the Lakers was impactful, despite being plagued by injuries that sidelined him for more than 30 games. He managed to maintain his contributions with 26.2 points and 12.5 rebounds a game. The Lakers secured a place in the playoffs, but were eventually defeated in the second round by the Utah Jazz. The next season saw O'Neal continue his outstanding performance. He maintained high 20s of 28.3 points and secured 11.4 rebounds a game, all while leading the league again with a 58.4% field goal percentage. The Lakers ended the season with a 61-21 standing, earning them the top spot in the Pacific Division and the 2nd seed in the Western Conference for the 1998 NBA playoffs. While the Lakers enjoyed victories against teams like the Portland Trail Blazers and the Seattle Supersonics in the early playoff rounds, they encountered a bitter defeat at the hands of the Jazz again, who swept the Lakers 4-0. The tandem of O'Neal and emerging superstar Kobe Bryant had undoubtedly raised expectation for the Lakers, but the 98-99 season brought its share of challenges due to the team's shakeup. The Lakers finished the lockout-shortened season with a 31-19 record, securing a spot in the playoffs only to be met with another sweep, this time by the Spurs. In 1999, a game-changing moment arrived for the Los Angeles Lakers when they brought Phil Jackson on board as head coach. This was the turning point that set the Lakers on a new course. During this period, Shaq's impact was undeniable, as he narrowly missed becoming the first unanimous MVP in NBA history. It was Allen Iverson who claimed that one vote he needed instead. "It was crazy. I got death threats," Hickman said. Shaq not only secured the scoring title, but also ranked 2nd in rebounds and 3rd in blocked shots. An all-around season for him. Jackson's influence on the team prompted a renewed focus on defense from Shaq that helped him earn a spot on the all-defensive team in 2000. Their first season together saw the Lakers concluding the regular season with a great 67-15 record, second only to the 1971-72 Lakers. This season marked their first run to the title since the early part of the decade. A standout moment was their Game 7 comeback against the Portland Trail Blazers in the Western Conference Finals. Down by 15 points with just over 10 minutes remaining, Los Angeles mounted an extraordinary rally, defeating Portland with an 89-84 victory. The Lakers proceeded to clinch the NBA Finals in 6 games, and Shaq was rightly named Finals MVP. In the following season, the Lakers still exhibited their championship-caliber play. With a record of 56-26, they powered through the first 3 playoff rounds. Despite an overtime loss in Game 1 of the 2001 NBA Finals against the Philadelphia 76ers, they went on to secure their second consecutive championship with 4 more consecutive victories. Once more, Shaq received recognition as the Finals MVP. The 2001-02 season is remembered for its dramatic playoff matchups, particularly against the Sacramento Kings in the 2002 Western Conference Finals. Shaq's bold statement, "There's only one way to beat us. It starts with a C and ends with a T," referred to alleged flopping by the Kings center Vlade Divac. The Lakers ultimately won the series in 7 hard-fought games, securing their 3rd consecutive championship and emphasizing Shaq's invaluable role with his 3rd Finals MVP award. As time passed, tensions between Shaq and Kobe escalated, leading to Shaq's exit from the Lakers in 2004. The Lakers aimed to upgrade their roster for the 03-04 season by adding aging stars Karl Malone and Gary Payton as free agents. But their collaboration didn't result in what they expected it would, resulting in a loss to the Pistons in the 2004 Finals. In July 2004, Shaq was traded to the Miami Heat in exchange for Carmen Butler, Lamar Odom, Brian Grant, and a future first-round pick. His arrival in Miami sparked a revival with the revamped Heat exceeding expectations in the 2004-05 season. Clinching the best record in the Eastern Conference with 59 wins, Shaq's performance was remarkable, playing 73 games and averaging 22.9 points, 10.4 rebounds, and 2.3 blocks. He earned his 12th consecutive All-Star selection and a place on the All-NBA First Team. In the race for the 2004-05 MVP award, he then lost to Steve Nash that season, which he is petty about until now. Although the Heat advanced to the conference finals, they faced a tough defeat against the Pistons in 7 games. The turning point for the Miami Heat came in the 2006 NBA playoffs. The Heat initially faced the younger Chicago Bulls and progressed to a rematch with Detroit after a surprising Game 1 loss to the New Jersey Jets. Shaq's presence alongside a display by Dwayne Wade overwhelmed the Pistons. In the NBA Finals, the Heat, initially considered underdogs against the Dallas Mavericks led by Dirk Nowitzki, defied expectations. The Mavericks secured the first 2 games on their home court, but the Heat went on to win the next 3 games at home before clinching the championship in Dallas. The victory marked their first NBA title and Shaq's 4th. Wade led the offense, allowing Shaq to make valuable contributions, with an average of 13.7 points and 10.2 rebounds for the series. Shaquille O'Neal played for more teams toward the end of his NBA career, including the Suns, Cavs, and Celtics. He battled injuries that took a toll on his body. In the 06-07 season, he underwent surgery on his left knee that November. His absence, amounting to 35 games, took a toll on the Heat, but upon his return, they managed to secure 7 wins in just 8 games. However, the team faced a sweep by the Bulls in the playoffs, a rare feat for the defending champions. As the 2007-2008 season rolled around, O'Neal found himself struggling with career lows in points, rebounds, and blocks. His role on the court diminished, and he took fewer shots per game. Injuries kept sidelining him, and a 15-game losing streak haunted the Heat. There were even doubts about the extent of his injuries. Then, in February 2008, the Suns acquired him, hoping for a change. O'Neal's stint with the Suns was a mixed bag, and despite some highs, they eventually bowed out to the San Antonio Spurs in the playoffs. In the 2008-09 season, O'Neal's performance saw a slight upswing, and he earned another All-Star nod. Surprisingly, it marked the first time since his rookie year that he did make it to the playoffs. After the Suns hinted at a trade due to financial constraints, he found himself with the Cleveland Cavaliers. However, his role continued to shrink, and he faced career lows in many statistical categories. His last season in the NBA was with the Boston Celtics, and he officially retired in 2011.